Welcome, explorers, to the fascinating world of atoms. Today, we are diving into isotopes, those atomic twins with a twist. We'll explore what makes them unique and how their special properties help us date ancient artifacts, fight cancer, and even treat thyroid conditions. Get ready for a journey from easy basics to the hardest scientific depths. Ready for some quick insights? Let's uncover the basic secrets of isotopes and their amazing uses in our daily lives. Imagine atoms of the same element, like identical twins, but one is a little heavier. That's an isotope. They have the same number of protons, giving them the same chemical identity, but different numbers of neutrons, changing their mass. Carbon-12 and carbon-14 are perfect examples. Both are carbon, but C14 has 2 extra neutrons, making it heavier and, as we'll see, quite special. What makes some isotopes special? It's their instability. Some isotopes are radioactive, meaning they naturally decay, releasing energy. And this energy? It's incredibly useful. For instance, carbon-14 helps scientists figure out the age of ancient bones, while cobalt-60 emits powerful rays used to target and destroy cancer cells. And iodine-131? It's a lifesaver for diagnosing and treating thyroid problems, thanks to its unique properties. Now, let's test your understanding. Take a moment to think about these questions. What defines an isotope? How does carbon-14 help us understand history? And what's the medical magic behind cobalt-60 and iodine-131? Good luck! Let's dig a little deeper now. How exactly do these special isotopes work their magic? Remember isotopes? Same protons, different neutrons. Some are unstable and decay, a process called radioactivity, measured by half-life. Carbon-14 dating uses this principle. Living things absorb C14 but after death, it decays at a known rate. By comparing the C14 to C12 ratio in an ancient sample to living organisms, we can precisely calculate its age. It's like a natural clock. Next, cobalt-60, a true hero in medicine. It emits high-energy gamma rays that can penetrate deep into the body. In cancer treatment, these rays are precisely directed at tumors. The radiation damages the DNA of cancer cells, stopping them from growing, while doctors carefully aim to minimize harm to healthy tissues. It's a powerful and targeted way to fight disease. And then there's iodine-131, a key player for thyroid health. Your thyroid gland naturally loves iodine. So, when I-131 is introduced, it concentrates there. Doctors use small doses to image the thyroid, checking its function. For an overactive thyroid or cancer, larger doses of I-131 are used. The radiation specifically targets and destroys problematic thyroid cells, making it a very effective and localized treatment. Time for some medium-level challenges. Think about how the half-life of carbon-14 is crucial for dating. Consider the type of radiation from cobalt-60 and its role in therapy. And why is iodine-131 so effective for thyroid conditions? Give these questions your best shot. Ready to connect the dots? Let's analyze the science and theory behind these applications. Isotopes are fundamentally defined by their atomic number, Z, but their mass number, A, varies due to neutron differences. Nuclear stability, governed by the neutron-to-proton ratio, dictates if an isotope is radioactive. Carbon-14 decays via beta emission following first-order kinetics, allowing precise dating up to about 60,000 years. Its limitations lie in its short dating range and applicability only to organic matter. Cobalt-60 emits powerful gamma photons through a beta decay process to excited nickel-60. These gamma rays ionize biological tissues, damaging cancer cell DNA. Precision in delivery is achieved by rotating gantry units. Iodine-131, with its 8-day half-life, undergoes beta decay, emitting both beta particles and gamma rays. Its unique affinity for the thyroid gland makes it ideal for highly localized diagnosis and therapy, leveraging its beta particles for destruction and gamma for imaging. Understanding isotope applications requires appreciating their decay mechanisms and specific interactions with matter. C14's consistent atmospheric production and biological uptake, combined with its fixed half-life, form the bedrock of radiocarbon dating. Co-60's high-energy gamma rays are effective due to their deep penetration and ionizing power, critical for tumor destruction. I-131's dual emission and biological specificity allow for both diagnostic visualization and targeted therapeutic cell destruction, highlighting the diverse utility of radioisotopes when their properties are matched to specific needs. Rigorous safety protocols, including shielding and waste management, are paramount. Now, let's tackle some harder questions. Think about the specific decay processes of these isotopes. How do their half-lives influence their applications? What are the key safety considerations? Analyze and articulate your answers thoughtfully. Time to elevate our understanding. Let's explore the deepest scientific principles and engineering insights behind isotope applications. The concept of isotopes, first theorized by Frederick Soddy, revolutionized our understanding of elements, challenging the idea that atomic weight alone defined an element. J.J. Thomson's experiments with neon using a mass spectrograph provided the first empirical evidence. Beyond carbon-14, which dates organic matter up to 60,000 years, other radiometric dating methods like potassium-argon and uranium-lead dating allow us to peer back billions of years, dating volcanic rocks and even the Earth itself, all by measuring the decay of parent isotopes into stable daughter products. In advanced radiotherapy, while cobalt-60 units remain relevant, modern linear accelerators or LINACs, using X-rays, offer even greater precision for dose shaping in external beam radiation therapy, like IMRT. Beyond this, brachytherapy involves implanting sealed radioactive sources directly into tumors, delivering highly localized doses. Systemic radiotherapy, on the other hand, uses injectable radioisotopes that target specific tissues, like radium-223 for bone metastases. The strategic choice of isotope, considering its decay type, energy, and half-life, is critical, as is its biological affinity to the target cells, ensuring maximum therapeutic effect with minimal collateral damage. Medical imaging also heavily relies on isotopes. Positron emission tomography, or PET scans, use positron-emitting isotopes like fluorine-18. When a positron meets an electron, they annihilate, releasing gamma rays detected by the scanner to visualize metabolic activity in tissues. This contrasts with diagnostic uses of I-131, which directly emits gamma rays. The production of these isotopes primarily occurs in nuclear reactors through neutron activation, converting stable nuclei into radioisotopes. Rigorous safety protocols, including advanced shielding, remote handling, and meticulous waste management, are non-negotiable across their entire life cycle, from production to disposal. These measures are crucial to prevent environmental contamination and protect personnel from ionizing radiation. The impact of isotopes extends from unraveling Earth's ancient history to revolutionizing modern medicine. Their applications are a testament to our understanding of atomic structure and nuclear physics. However, this power comes with significant responsibilities. The ethical considerations of using radioactive materials, the long-term storage of nuclear waste, and the continuous need for public engagement and education are paramount. The legacy of isotope research continues to shape our scientific and technological progress, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in health, archaeology, and environmental science, all while demanding the highest standards of safety and stewardship. Now, let's test your advanced knowledge with these challenging questions. Think critically about the historical context, compare different dating methods, and delve into the nuances of medical applications. Good luck with Q1 to Q5. continuing with our hardest questions, consider the production methods of radioisotopes, the differences between various radiotherapy techniques, and the critical safety and environmental implications. These questions, from Q6 to Q10, will truly challenge your understanding. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into isotopes and their incredible applications. We've journeyed from basic definitions to complex scientific and engineering insights. We hope you feel enlightened and inspired by the power of chemistry. For more such engaging and in-depth educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.